Multiple award-winning British-born Ghanaian rapper Stormzy is set to release his first lead role in his film titled Big Man, and also to launch his film company #Merky Film in collaboration with Apple, and directed by Aneil Karia, Academy Award winner. Indeed, we are excited to have this news. And also moving on to Marvel, it is reported that Ted Lasso star Brent Goldstein will be reprising his role as Hercules from the mid-credit scene in Thor: Love and Thunder. It is reported, so we'll be delving in more into the stories that was highlighted in the comic book review and find out more about its development. These and more right here on the Film Mandate. I'm Papa Otu. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Film Mandate, where I bring to you movie news, reviews, and reactions both from the African front and the international scene. So I am so excited to bring to you this news because hey, Stormzy, his parents originally hail from Ghana, Ashanti region to be mean specific, and I'm so excited as to what he is setting out to do. We know him to be a rapper and with winning multiple awards from the first grime album of the year in I mean that's the historical win, and also headlining events and making it to the British number one charts and all that, so he's done it all when it comes to music. And also he's featured in a couple of films starring himself. But this time around, he's moving a step further, into launching his company #Merky Film, but not just launching it, but also actually releasing his first short film with Academy Award-winning director Aneil Karia, who did a collaboration with Riz Ahmed, who's also a British rapper. And it is exciting because it's a story in the Hollywood Reporter gives us more insights as to what Stormzy is doing. So let's read the article, which is published in the Hollywood Reporter, written by Lily Ford. And it says that UK rapper Stormzy launches #Merky Films, unveils debut film Big Man. The British musician has teamed up with Apple to produce a short film with Stormzy in his first ever lead acting role. I always say music is my first love, but film is my second. So there is Stormzy in the wig, which is differentiating who he is as a rapper from this acting role. I mean, presenting a different persona altogether. So let's delve into the story much more. So UK rapper Stormzy has officially launched Merky Films and unveiled the company's debut project, Big Man. The British musician, whose real name is Michael Omari, has teamed up with Apple to produce a short film shot entirely on an iPhone 16 Pro. Big Man is directed by Aneil Karia and stars Stormzy in his first ever lead acting role. The short tells the poignant fictional story of Tensman, a former rap star now navigating a restless and uncertain chapter of his life. When two mischievous young boys, Clevis and Tyrell, unexpectedly entered into his carefully guarded world, the unlikely trio forge a transformative bond, one that awakens Tensman's dormant musical passion, impulsive joy, and fragile optimism. A plot synopsis reads: blending humor, vulnerability, and quiet transformation, the film thoughtfully explores themes of reconnecting with your younger self and embracing gratitude. Building on the momentum of his other ventures such as Merky Books, #Merky Books, the hashtag Merky Foundation and hashtag Football Club. The new enterprise marks the singer-songwriter's entry into the world of film and television. Hashtag Merky Films is also developing a drama series and seminal biopic, the company said Thursday, as well as documentaries, an animation project, and a new age mockumentary. I always say music is my first love, but film is my second, Stormzy said. Hashtag Merky Films is something I've been dreaming about for ages, a space for powerful British stories and a solid home for fresh, unexpected acts. It's a natural next step for everything we do at hashtag Merky, sharing our stories, spotlighting important voices, making room for those who deserve to be seen and heard. He continued, I hope you love our first project, Big Man, as much as we loved making it. For me, it's all about the joy, spirit, and fearless energy of youth. That feeling like life is one big adventure and the world's your playground. I hope it inspires you to dream bigger, live louder, and hold on to that unapologetic energy that comes with being young. Those are such, that's some powerful words by Stormzy, by Stormzy. Yeah, so I mean, congratulations is in order to Stormzy, and I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this. We know Stormzy to be a rapper, and he's and not just that, but he's also a philanthropist, trying to uplift, and make better the life of I mean, British black young people, not just in the area of perhaps most people may think of him as being a philanthropist or someone trying to help people in music, but he also has done it even in education and moved on to football, trying to place young black people between the ages of 18 and 24 in key strategic positions in the football world in UK. So he's really bent on intentionally helping young black folks in the UK to uplift their livelihood to a level where they can also influence, I mean, other black people or the black race in the UK. So he's really bent on making an impact, and actually he is doing that. I remember some time back he came down to Ghana. His parents, or I mean, to Ghana, where his parents actually hail from, and then came to collaborate with a number of rappers or young musicians in Ghana to do a couple of songs, and that is who he is. He blended in so perfectly, and did some great songs with them, particularly those from the Ashanti region, representing his parents' culture much more in the African scene. And with this, I'm excited because with him doing this, it gives the opportunity for other young black folks to have the spotlight on the screen, and not just that, but himself. And he's very charismatic. He has some presence that I believe that this film will be able to show light on it, where he's not just a very bravado, rapper, but will be able to bring, onto the screen an aspect of his talent that we have never seen before. If you watch a number of his music videos, he indeed has. We perhaps have a taste of what he's capable of when it comes to acting, and I'm sure he's going to deliver. Particularly looking at the fact that not only that, but this is a project that has, you know, has the interest of high players in the industry. Let me put it that way, because you have an Academy Award winner in as let me just get a name right. I just mentioned it, but it looks like I'm blacking out on the name. Yeah. So Aneil Karia, who is an Academy Award winner for his short film released in 2020. I think the title is The Long Goodbye with Riz Ahmed. Yeah, Riz Ahmed, who also is a British rapper, but also actually happens to also be an actor. He also features in a couple of films as well. So this director has um, to have an Academy Award winner be on this project, and not just that, but have Apple support to provide the necessary logistics to help. That is the iPhone 16. Everything was shot on it. It means that this project is not just any other project, but a project to watch out for. A project to watch out for. So big man indeed. I'm excited about this. The good thing about this is that it's been released on YouTube on June 18th I mean, yeah, obviously free. Everybody can have access to it. So I'm excited about it, and I'll be looking forward at watching it and reviewing it if necessary. But I'm excited, and I'm happy for what um, Stormzy is doing, in the film world, and we need more of such films, especially in the high ranks of what we would usually term as Hollywood, films. And not only that, but his company is embarking on just not just this short film, but a number of projects as well, from animation project to mockumentary and even some series. I'm not so sure, but rumor has it that it's um, it's the series is with Netflix. I'm not so certain, but he has a deal with Netflix, and if that's the case, I'm really, really, really happy and excited about that. But regardless, this first, foray into, the film industry. I mean, it's not like he's not acted before. He's acted in a number of projects as well. Let me see if I can pull that up. So this is not his first time actually appearing on the film scene, but he's actually been in a number of projects as well. So that in itself is exciting. So he's featured in 2016 Brotherhood. That is Stormzy's filmography. He's featured in 2016 Brotherhood, a role he played. He played Yards, and he's credited as Michael Stormzy Omari. And also in 2017, Chewing Gum, which he played himself, he featured in an episode that is in television. So and the 2016 Brotherhood is actually a film which he featured in it, and also in 2020, which also a television series, he featured in the series called Knots Plus Crosses, which he played a role, the Kola Wale, and he featured in an episode, the episode 6 of season 1. So he's done a couple of, I mean, film or appearance or acting roles. And he also featured in a video game called Watch Dogs Legion as himself. So he's had a foray into the film industry, and I'm sure he's been bitten by the bug. Just as he said, film is his second love. So obviously, it looks like eventually was going to end up doing that. And I'm happy that he's embarking on this. So um, I'm excited about this, and we need. My hope is that we see more black folks in that, category of filmmaking, or that high level of filmmaking where these opportunities are open to them to be at a level where we can have these films seen on a global scale, and I'm excited about it, and I'm glad he's not just venturing as a lead man into, I mean, straightforward into a first, a full feature film. At least baby steps. He's already experienced that in some projects, but at least for him being a lead role, baby steps is the way to go. And I'm sure that soon enough, perhaps he will be announcing a main feature film where he will be leading as well. I mean, based on how this would go, and I'm sure it's going to be good, because to have an award-winning director, Academy Award-winning director for a short film titled The Long Goodbye, be on this project as well, backed by Apple. there's something really good here. There's something really good here. So, and I'm excited about it. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but just put it in the comment section whether when the big man drops on June 18th, would you be watching it? And if you watch it, I'll be excited that you come back to leave your thoughts in the comment section after having watched it. I know for sure that I'll be watching it come June 18th. So yeah, it is indeed exciting to have Stormzy venture into films with his own production company titled Merky Films. So moving on from the first story to our second story, we have Brett Goldstein, that is Ted Lasso star Brett Goldstein, reportedly, so it's not confirmed yet, but reportedly that he'll be starring or reprising his role as Hercules this time around in a full film, a Hercules movie. And it is said that, I mean, for Marvel, we don't know whether this is the case or not. So please take it with a pinch of salt. So I read, Ted Lasso star reportedly set to lead Hercules movie for Marvel Studios. This is written by Diana Carpenter. And it reads that the mid-credit scene in 2022's Thor Love and Thunder featured a surprise appearance from popular Greek mythological figure Hercules, who is also the son of Zeus. The scene also revealed that Russell Crowe's Zeus character was wounded but alive. In that scene, Hercules is played by Ted Lasso, actor, writer, executive producer Brett Goldstein. According to trusted Hollywood scooper Daniel Rickman via Comic Book Movie, Marvel Studios is reportedly developing a Hercules movie and has tapped Goldstein to reprise his role as the demigod. Goldstein's Hercules has not been seen since Love and Thunder, directed by Taika Waititi. The news comes on the heels of Thor 5 being in development at Marvel Studios. In 2022, Goldstein said he was really taken aback when he found out that he was cast in Love and Thunder. And then they turn around and they reveal it's Hercules, it's you. And I went, what? Just like, are you serious? Are you effing serious with me? Are you effing with me? Is this a wind up? So yeah, it was as surprising to me as I think it has been to other people, the actor recalled. When I spoke to Taika, I said, I'm basically like a skinny comedian. I said, when is this filming? It was like in 2 weeks. And I was like, I mean, I'll do my best, but 2 weeks feels, I said, it doesn't have to be as big as Thor does. Um, uh, it doesn't have to be as big as Thor does he? And look, on the day, I mean, I'm doing 400 push-ups that day. I was fit to explode. I did the best I could on that day, added the shrinking co-creator. So he added, he's not sure what the future holds for this Hercules character. I truly, honestly, honestly, this isn't me lying or being coy. I know nothing of the future. All I know is what I did that day, and that's it. That could be it. It was a fun 3 seconds. So yeah, that is what has been reported. I mean, and just a little bit. So uh, for I mean, Hercules has had a long run, a long history with Marvel. Marvel's version of Hercules was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and based on the Greek hero of the same name. Hercules first appeared in Marvel's 1965 journey into Mystery Annual number issue number 1. Hercules has been portrayed as a rival of Thor and has incredible strength and durability. Yeah. So it is indeed exciting to, have this news. And for those who have watched Ted Lasso, he plays the character called Roy Kent, a former footballer who ended up being, what's it called? A coach also, I mean, one of the coaches of the team is a Richmond FC. Yeah, Richmond FC. And he plays a very exciting, very no nonsense character in the movie that is feared by even his own colleagues, but really has a mushy or soft side to him as well. So he is indeed a very good actor with range. If you've seen some of the episodes he showed up in Shrinking, which he is also a co-creator of that series, he played a role quite very opposite what you see in Ted Lasso. Very, I mean, a broken man who is recovering from uh, an uh, who is recovering from an issue that he ended up in that nearly destroyed him. So his range is vast in terms of him being an actor. You could see that he has the ability to, you know, bring on some kind of a depth in the characters he played. Even in the Ted Lasso, where he's playing a very gruff, no nonsense character, he still brought in some form of emotional depth to it. And also, at times, even though he has a he's very serious in that role. He has some levity to him as well. So he is indeed a very good actor. I haven't really seen much of his acting, most of his acting works apart from what I saw in Ted Lasso and a little bit, I mean, Shrinking and then Hercules. So I'm sure Taika saw something great in him. That's why he brought him on board. And I think he will deliver, actually. He will deliver. So I don't know how true this is, but honestly, I'll be looking forward to it. I don't know who is going to direct it, so all will be dependent on who will be directing it and all that. And I hope we'll get a very good director who understand the law of Hercules in the Marvel universe. In the Marvel universe, um, if it's given a treatment like what we saw of Thor 1, where you had Kenneth Branagh directing it, I think that would be amazing. Amazing. But if you have a different director who will bring a different, I mean, an altogether different take to it, but keep that mythology, keep that sense of epicness to what we know of Hercules in the Greek mythology. But yes, maybe in the Marvel adaptation of it, that would be really really great. So I hope this is really true, and I'm really hoping that this would, if it's true and it's finally made, it would be a big win because Brett Goldstein is amazing. It's amazing. I don't know him personally, but he sounds amazing. In real life, he's far opposite what we saw of him in the what's it called? Um, the Kent Roy character or Roy Kent's character that he played in the Ted Lasso series. From the interviews I've watched of him, so he seems very amazing. And my hope is that this actually happens to be true. I would love some Hercules movie. I remember watching Hercules series way back in the day. I think um, Kevin Sobel, yeah, played by Kevin Sobel, and I've always loved Hercules. In whichever form he came in, I loved Hercules, and I'm excited that perhaps someday soon this will be realized on screen. I'm hoping it's really true. So, yeah, it is indeed exciting, and I don't know about you. Would you want to watch a Hercules movie, a Marvel adaptation of Hercules, or Marvel's Hercules on screen? If you like to watch it, let me know in the comment section down below. And today being a weekend, I will not be leaving you to go alone, without news of new films being released in the cinema this very weekend. So, beginning from the local scene, from the Silverbird Cinemas website. When I mean local, I'm talking about Ghana and perhaps Nigeria, places where Silverbird exists. But for this particular site, it is Ghana. So if you're in Ghana or you be coming to Ghana to watch, I mean, to spend the weekend, you might want to take a look at a number of films that is releasing in the cinema. So you have How to Train Your Dragon, not the animation, but the live action adaptation. It's been released today, Friday, beginning I think even from 10 a.m. It's been released today, and it's the reviews are good. The reviews are good, so you can go into the cinema and take a look at it. So it's an action adventure being released today, and also the second film. I think the second, yeah, the only two films releasing today. The second film is Materialist, starring Pedro Pascal, Chris Evans, and I'm blanking out on the name, but pardon me. Yeah, I think Dakota Johnson. If yeah, I think Dakota Johnson starring in Materialist. Yeah, so and then it is also been released today. The time from 12:20. That's this afternoon, 12:20 p.m. So you can go and take a look at it as well. And also others that were released from last week, we have Ballerina, that is from the world of John Wick. Ballerina also in the cinemas. Red Circle is also in the cinemas as well, which all released last week together with Houseful 5. Houseful 5. So, which is a comedy drama Hindi hailing from India. As well, the other films in the cinemas which you can take a look at: The Last Rodeo, Karate Kid Legends, Bro Code, Guns Up. You have Mission Impossible also in the cinemas. What Do Men Really Want? And then you have Lilo and Stitch, Final Destination, Bloodlines. Sinners is still in the cinemas, and a lot more that you can take a look at. And they are also publicizing Superman, which is yet to release in July, on July 11th. So you can go and take a look at all these films and more. Yeah. So moving on from there, let's check the international scene, which movies will be releasing on the international scene. And so we move to the Rotten Tomatoes website, and re-releasing at the cinemas is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And also you have How to Train a Dragon also releasing internationally, which has an amazing audience score of 99%, but the critic score it's at 77%. Still very good. Still very good. Materialist is releasing today as well in the on the international scene. And also you have Magical, the Life of Chuck, which is releasing today. The Unholy Trinity, there's no score on it yet, but it's also releasing today, starring P.S. Brosnan and Samuel L. Jackson, and you have Bach, all releasing today. Sex is also releasing today. You have Prime Minister Diabolo Morgan all releasing today. So there are a lot more films releasing today in the cinemas. If you can find it all on the Rotten Tomatoes website, of which I will leave the link in the description below. I'll leave the link in the description below. So yeah, this sums up my stories for today. I hope you enjoyed being here with me as we shared this good story of Merky films by Stormzy, and also a possible film by Marvel in Hercules, starring Brett Goldstein. So this sums up my stories for today, and thank you so much for joining me for this week's episodes. I'm excited, and I'll be coming your way again on Monday with fresh stories from over the weekend and more. My name is Papa Otu, and this has been the Film Mandate. I'll see you soon.